Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. We have my daughter in the background of this live. Yes, Jazzy. Okay, you can watch that one. Okay, you ate those chippies. So everyone, I am going live today, but you'll probably hear some chomping in the background. That is my daughter eating chips in the background. And she probably will chime in every so often, and you can hear the TV on in the background. I'm so sorry. The way that our day worked out was different to what I planned. But today we are going live with Paige from Oakforautism, and I think she might be here, maybe. When she arrives, I will invite her to this live. It is a very casual live today. We're going to be talking more about community networking, online community networking, and how we can create more of like a connection with one another, with community, whilst being online. Oh, there she is. I'll add her to the live. I hope that worked. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Working. Hello. Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. I'm good. How are
Sorry, I'm there we go. It's working.
I was just saying that Jazz is right behind the camera, and you can hear her eating chips and you can hear the TV. So sorry about
It's
that.
fine. No, it's all good.
Yeah,
I thought I might have Oakland running around here, and yeah, he would have just taken the phone continuously.
Well, she might interrupt every so often, but that's okay.
All good.
It's like mom life.
All good.
The day was supposed to be different, but I was telling everyone on here that we were going to be talking about online networking and like building more of a community online. It's something that I've really struggled to do over the years. I've created a Facebook support group, which people do engage on, and it is good, but there's very much. And I feel like your ideas coming into this are excellent and more productive, I guess, in getting...
Fingers crossed we can get it to take off. Yes.
So give everyone a bit of background about maybe like, I know it's only an ideas stage, and maybe everyone can give their advice on how that would work in with their lifestyle, but yeah.
So I had an idea to do Zoom calls, maybe like, I don't know, just seeing how it took off to how often we would do them, but have them themed. So like autism parents in business, autism parents in early intervention stage, autism parents in like the primary school stage. And then of course there could just be one that was autism parents that all just came together. But just to like form that network, because there's literally thousands of us out there, and I think that joining together is really powerful. And like, it doesn't have to be face to face, because a lot of us don't get that opportunity, you know, all the time because of, you know, autism life. So I just think like that was like a really, like, it's a powerful way to engage with each other and form those connections online. I started my blog, Oakforautism, back when Oakland, I think I started it the day before he was diagnosed, and he was diagnosed at 2. And I did that because I desperately wanted that connection with other families, but I couldn't find it around me. However, like, the more that I've kind of done it and engaged with people and joined those Zooms and stuff, the more connection I've found. And like, yes, okay, it's online, but it's convenient, and it's like I've actually met people that live in my own state, and we're now friends outside of the social media world. Like, it can form, like, it can help you create that as well.
And I think going through
Um,
the diagnosis journey, especially those early days, I mean, it could be, it's beneficial the whole way through, but especially those early days, I remember being back then, I had my page, but I didn't really know of too many other people
yeah,
online, and I didn't even know many people in real life to talk to. And it just felt very isolating. And there were support
yeah,
groups, but they were like in the middle of the day, and I was like,
yes,
can't, like, there's no one that can watch my son, and it's just very
yeah.
inconvenient, and that's why the online world is incredible. Like, such a
It
good
is.
support.
It just helps you feel not alone. Like, I absolutely want to give credit to this idea comes from Kate from Finding Cooper's Voice. However, she's American. And
Yeah.
I'm part of her supporter page. They have what they call a blog squad, which I am a part of, but I find the time difference really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And I do have connections there, but it is limited because of, obviously like different country.
Hmm.
So I just would love to form something amazing like she has in Australia. Like for us, how cool would that be? They all support each other on their blogs and
Yeah.
like they do blog Zoom, like, parents who blog, they have Zooms where they do little challenges. They do photo challenges where they have like a hashtag that they all do, and they have like theme days where they all write about a topic and then they share each other's stuff, and like it's so cool, and it's just that nice community feel.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also so incredibly important that within the Australian space, there's different types of supports than there are in America, and
Yeah,
ways different supports. And I think it's so incredibly important that we share any information we have with everyone.
absolutely.
And I know it's like incredibly hard to get certain supports, funding, get into certain
Yeah,
organizations. So good if we could have Zooms where everyone could join in, but also like spotlighting businesses and services
yeah,
and support that could like come out and tell their story and what they can offer people, because it's often the
yeah,
case just like, oh, I'm frantically Googling something because I'm trying to find a support for my child, and it's like you have to rely on Google to find something. And I think it's just so important to
yeah.
hear the business in person. And
And there's nothing like that real life information. Like you can read it on Google and completely misunderstand it. Whereas when you're hearing it from someone else who's lived it, done
mm,
it, like I think that's so much more valuable.
yeah, and you can ask questions, all
Yeah,
of that. Yes, Jazzy. One second, maybe you
that's
can.
okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Mum life, right?
Do you want this one?
I just want
Okay, that's good. All right. I'm so sorry. I had to change the TV show.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry about that. What was the name of the blog group? Oh, that was the one.
Um, yeah, so that one is it's on uh, Kate's supporter page. So that's on Facebook, Finding Cooper's Voice, and then she has a supporter page that you can join. You do have to pay to join that group. And then she's got like lots of little like sub groups to that big supporter group. And one of them is called the Finding Cooper's Voice blog squad.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It is
Yeah.
really cool, and I think like for Americans, like amazing for them to join.
Mhm.
But I would love to create something like that for us Australians too.
And I was just going to say, anyone that's watching, like, what is your experience of engaging with other autism parents? Because I know that everyone has a different experience. Some have like a really supportive community. I know when I went to
Yeah,
Melbourne, like, I was blown away by the amount of like connection that they had, which
yeah,
is why it would be awesome to bring on Anita from Living on the Spectrum. She has a directory which has all different businesses. But yeah, just what is everyone's experience with engaging with other autism parents, or have you joined support groups? I know I tried one in person and it was too hard. Too hard to do. But it would be cool
it definitely can be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah. Something that I've been doing on my blog, I've done it a few times now, is like mum's night. We did a dad's night. So it doesn't kind of feel like a support group. It was just like parents getting together and just going out. And both of them have been really successful, which was really fun. And it, like, both of them, you know, us mums, we got kicked out of the restaurant because they needed to close because we were just talking and we didn't realize the time, and we're like, oh, like everything is closed around us, we actually need to go. And it was the same thing for the dad's night. So like, yeah, like if you met people that, you know, on these Zooms that are in the same state as you, maybe because you've, you know, spoken to them online, you'd then feel comfortable to go out and, you know, meet in your state and do like meetups and stuff. I think that's really cool.
I have this like really cool vision. I don't know if it sounds really silly, but like this vision where we could all organize like on the same day, like all organize different supports groups or get-togethers or whatever it is around the it sounds really extreme, around the country.
No, it's cool.
And it could be like one person in each place can organize just the logistics of it all, and it would just be like this whole like nationwide meetup, and it would be awesome. I know it's very,
that would be so cool. I'm so in for that.
Yeah, it's so cool. It doesn't really have to be on the same day, but like it would be cool if we could all like, you know, be sending photos from all around. Yes, Jazzy?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, did you drop the water?
It's okay. Take it off. Nice and warm.
Sorry, she spilled water on myself.
That's okay.
Someone said, I don't have any support group. It's been 2 years when my son was diagnosed with autism. Yeah. I hear a lot about it, and I just, I have a lot of people approaching me online, and I really feel awful because I can't get to everyone's messages. And this idea of just like creating a place that people can come to online, you don't have to leave your home, you don't have to find a babysitter, you don't have to do all this. Just coming together online would be awesome. I've tried to do before and completely flopped. I like don't know if people like prefer different times of the day. It was at bedtime, like just after bedtime, so people were probably putting kids to bed and stuff. But yeah, like what's like, it's so hard to say, but what time of day would be awesome?
Yeah.
And
I'd love to know like who's interested. Like I would love people to let us know if it is something that they would like to join. And I think we have to be prepared for it to start off small, but then hopefully, like, as the word gets out, it grows.
If you had like regular, like, you know, maybe like once a fortnight or once a month, if people knew that that was the time, you know, they may not make the first one, but they can make the second one. So cool to like have a regular spot where it was just like, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I just had a mind blank, but just like a reliable spot, like reliable time that they know that they can like shift around things or try and make it that.
Yeah, and maybe like even
Sorry.
Sorry. Maybe we could even record it too. So then people, if they're not comfortable jumping on it while it's live, they could jump on after, and then maybe it will give them the confidence to jump on live next time.
I've had
Yeah.
a few tell me, because I've tried to organize a few like Zoom chats and stuff. I've had quite a few people tell me that like especially first time round, it can be a little daunting and a little awkward to get. Yes, you can have the chippies, Jessie. To come on and show their face and talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And completely understandable. So if people are wanting to come and join and just turn their video off and their microphone off and just want to watch for the first time, I think it would be awesome to just have a chat.
Yeah.
And they can use the chat function, like the typing function, any way that they want to engage in it. Someone said, I'm new in this space and I saw Paige at Hydro last week and got so excited. It's been a lonely, scary time this early stage, and I was so overwhelmed that day. Just seeing her in person made it less like, oh, that's so sweet.
I did, and I want to say her name's Bianca, but I'm having a mental blank. But it was so lovely to meet you. It was, and Oakland was having like the biggest meltdown at that stage. He was crying. He didn't want to get in the water, and I'm trying to say hello, and but I kind of feel like that makes it like even better, because it's like literally like it happens to. There's so many of us. You're not alone.
Yeah, and like the few times I've met people in person, I've always had the kids, and it's like it's so hard. Like it's just, and that's why the physical groups are hard as well, because you're watching your kid and concentrating on, and they can take a lot of concentration sometimes.
It does, definitely.
Yeah. Someone said need time for it to become part of people's routine. Yeah. So like I think we probably wouldn't have many people to start off with, but as people see, and we'll maybe even show, like, you don't have to show it, but how many people came that night, and like know that people are coming to this Zoom call, and it will just like build confidence to get out there. And
I think so.
Yeah, and I think
super exciting.
I think it's such a great idea, and I'm so glad that I can be a little part of it.
Yes, I'm so excited. I think together, like, there's so many ideas and so many things that together as a joint force we could bring to life. And it's so exciting because I think I worked in the disability sector for 8 years before Oakland was diagnosed, and I still found it a really confusing, lonely, isolating journey. So bringing as many people together is like the aim of the game, right? Like, but I find those like big autism groups on Facebook, like we've got like, I think it's like Adelaide Autism Mums. Sorry if anyone's from here is watching, but no, that's too overwhelming. That's too big. So I think we need to find like the right mix, and it's smaller and it's less confronting, and
And I think there's a way, and I was trying to talk to Adina about this. She has a way, and I think you can do it on Zoom, where you can separate into rooms within a Zoom. So if we often have, thinking big, if we have maybe like a big group of people, we can section whoever's organizing the Zoom. You can section them off into groups and then come back together, section them off again. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I'm when it comes to technology, I'm a nana.
Me too.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think
like when I got on here, my camera was backwards, and I'm like, why can't I see myself?
I did that the first time. Don't worry. I'm like, I actually don't know how to add people to lives, and then Adina was my first live guest, and she's like, it's fine. I'm like, bear with me, it's my first time. I think talking in person is awesome, but talking online is even better. You just don't have to put so much out of your routine to get to it. When I was in Melbourne and I organised a meetup with the mums, there were so many people that couldn't come because they had their kids, and I couldn't get out me because I didn't have a car. So I was like, I'm really sorry. I wish I could just like organize like a park date and everyone could come, but it's too hard. And we had
Yeah.
like one people and we just didn't stop talking. Like it was just like
Yeah.
thing after thing, and everyone was like, yeah, I understand. It's just like such a good feeling to just talk
Yeah.
to people. And you know, it's not the same story, but it's, you know, you share similar things.
There's so many similarities though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I found my people. Like, yeah, like, finally.
Yeah, they understand.
Yeah.
They know like everything.
Yeah. It's definitely a relief. Like, and it takes time. Like, my blog is only like nearly 2 years now I've had it. And I don't have many followers. Like, that's not even a thing for me. But the community, like now, even just in the past 6 months, is really starting to form. Like, we've done meetups. Two of my best friends I've formed through that blog, and we literally talk every day, and they've helped me. Like, I did an event at Parliament House a few weeks ago. They helped me with that. We've got like a huge event this Saturday for Adelaide families, and they've helped me with that. And it's just like that connection with people who get it. And I think if you start in the online world, friendships can then form to something really special.
Yeah, and I think if within those lives, you know, we'll obviously like people can say it or not if they want to, but obviously you can just be like, oh, I'm from this place, and you know, someone might be from this area, and then it just like links people together.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be I hope it'll be an amazing thing for everyone to
Me too. Fingers crossed.
Even if it's the first time it's just you and I talking, and people can just like, if they don't want to put their face out there first thing, it's okay. I know that anything can be so daunting to people. Me, like I'm not like a hugely social person, although a lot of people think I am because I'm on here every day.
It's so much easier to do it on here though.
Yeah, talking to
I feel. Yeah.
That's why I was talking to people in Melbourne. They're like, oh, like you're a lot quieter than I thought you would be. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not like this huge like social media person. Like usually you find people like that are very out there, and you know, but I'm not that type of person. So you right? What's up?
I don't like that noise.
Oh, you don't like us talking? I'm talking too loud.
Sorry.
No. Okay, we're almost done. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, maybe Jazzy. Do you want to come say hi? Yeah. Come over and say hi. Maybe we can organize the first one.
Definitely.
Promote that one. I really hope that whoever's watching, usually with lives, a lot of people rewatch the lives. So if you're watching the live, comment down below like the best time. And it's so hard because of time difference and things.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to the point where we can do like different ones in different states. 1 sec, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Different states. Maybe like if we get to the point where it's too big for nationwide, we can do different states. Have like one person in each state that can sort of run the meeting, like just conversation.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, and I think
I think that's awesome.
Anyone that's watching who's a business, we're hoping to do a business one, and then everyone in and hear about different businesses around. What was our other ideas? I really remember it. Like,
We had like, if there's any other mum bloggers out there that have kids on the spectrum from Australia, I
yeah.
haven't really been successful in finding many others that
No.
no.
You
So
are
that
one.
like that would be really cool.
Yeah,
Yes, please do. We want to connect with you.
yes. And also, what was I gonna say? Yeah,
Like
is for like themes for the Zoom calls, or are we going to make a Facebook group, or should
we could, yeah.
I feel like we should make some kind of like main point that can like have all the information about what live like Zoom calls are going to be happening.
Yeah.
Maybe a
I
Facebook.
guess once we find out the interest,
Mhm. Yeah.
we'll know what
Yeah.
platform will be best to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So I am too. It's going to be so fun, and I really hope we can get it to take off.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause, yeah.
I think, yeah, as someone said on, it'll take time.
Yeah.
To be
We're going to
We could even get like if people wanted to know certain things from certain therapists, I'm sure there would be therapists that would, jump on and you literally it's just like a question and answer type Zoom. Like that could even be really cool.
there are a lot of online therapists at the moment, and I think that's awesome because it's kind of filling the gap between, wait
Yeah.
lists. And I think it would be cool to promote them because there are a lot of people that come saying, I've got no therapy for my child because we're waiting or we're too far away. And I think it would be awesome to them because that way everyone is kind of winning, really. Like everyone is
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah, it would be cool to do that.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I think we'll start with our first live. Maybe it can be just like just an autism parent one, so everyone can join.
Yeah, just like an come and introduce yourself, or come hear about us, and go from there. Sounds good. Well, we will come up with a date together, and
sounds
share it around.
Let us
Awesome.
know days of weeks of anything.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, maybe we'll shift around the time so that different people can meet different times. But sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you for coming.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
No worries. I'm excited to bring this to the community, and hopefully we can get up and running.
Fingers crossed. All right. Nice chatting to you. Bye.
Bye.